Hey guys, so it's Dolores again, and this is going to be the intro to this admission to the Latinx author slash character review vlog. This time we are reading Alexis Daria uh, book, a adult romance contemporary. I think is what it's labeled. You had me at Hola. Um, this one is about, let's read you the thingy. Her tagline is "Leading ladies do not end up on tabloid covers." Uh, this is about Jasmine Lynn Rodriguez, who is the main character. After a messy public breakup, soap opera darling Jasmine finds her face splashed across the tabloids when she returns to her hometown of New York City to film the starring role in a bilingual romantic comedy for the #1 streaming service in the country. Jasmine figures her new leading lady plan should be easy enough to follow until a casting shakeup pairs her with a telenovela hunk, Austin Suarez. I don't know if I said that right. And he is joining the cast last minute, or after his telenovela character was killed off. Ashton is worried his career is dead as well. Joining this new cast as a last minute addition will give him a chance to show off his acting chops to American audience and ping the radar of Hollywood casting agents. To make it work, he'll need to generate smoking hot on-screen chemistry with Jasmine. Easier said than done. Exactly when a disastrous first impression smothers the embers of whatever sexual heat they may have had. Leading ladies do not rebound with their new co-stars. With their careers on the line, Jasmine and Ashton agree to appear to rehearse in private, But rehearsals lead to kissing, and kissing leads to behind-the-scenes romance worthy of a soap opera. While their on-screen performance improves, the media spotlight on Jasmine soon threatens to destroy her new image and expose Ashton's most closely guarded secret. So at first I was honestly hesitant to read this. Part of the reason why there is a long break, besides the fact that I'm lazy and hate editing, is I was trying to find adult content that wasn't nonfiction or about immigration story. And I kept popping up with this. And my friend, my writer friend who is also of Hispanic heritage, recommended this too. And she was like, yeah, this is really the only adult book that I know of, because everything else is young adult, which is good. But I wanted to shake it up. I'd already read 2 young adult books, and I wanted to really put in an adult one. The reason I was holding back is personally, I don't like telenovelas. I don't. I think they're gross, and they're all the same. Yeah. But I decided, you know what? I read the little thing again, and I was like, you know what? It's not about filming a telenovela. It's about filming a soap opera, which I don't necessarily love either. But I was like, you know what? I really, at the time when I decided and I bought this, because I'm going to be listening to it. I've been listening to all of these except the first one. I truly enjoy audiobooks because I can drive and listen. But I was like, let's just give this a chance. I've been really into, at the time, reading romances. I went on a little bit of a romance kick. So I was like, you know what? let's just go for it. I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna listen to this. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. So I bought it and then I let it sit because I hadn't edited the Cemetery Boys yet. And I was like, I can't have two bunches of videos and footage on two videos that are just sitting there because I could just see myself also letting this sit. I was like, okay, we're gonna wait. And now it's Hispanic Heritage Month. As I'm filming this, I'm hoping that this video will be out at least by the end of the Heritage Month, but probably won't. So yeah, we're gonna be reading that. I don't know if this is gonna be more vloggy, if this is gonna be just a review. The last couple ones have been, well, no, actually just the last one has been more of a review. So we'll see what this one is. If I'm truly deeply excited about it and have a lot to say, or if I'm just truly gonna just enjoy the book, or if this is gonna be my first flop and I actually don't like this at all and hate it. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the intro to vlog number 4. Or content number 4, episode number 4. Oh, should I name these episodes? Opinions. I can re-edit titles for all of these. Okay, either way, I'm gonna go and do some work. But yeah, this is our next installment. I hope you enjoy the process of me reading this / reviewing this, and we'll see if I like it. Okay. Hey guys. So I'm sorry it's been a really long time. I've honestly just been like, oh, I can wait on it. I can wait on it. I can wait on it. But this is the wrap up for the Latinx Hispanic author character review. This one's not a vlog, just review. So I'm gonna take the vlog part out of the title. But this is the one for You Had Me at Hola. Yes, You Had Me at Hola. And I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. So I know I'm pretty sure I don't even remember what I said in the last clip besides the intro, because I think that was it. But this book was about what a character who is an actor, where she's done soap opera acting, done soap operas as like not the main character but secondary character acting, and she is American Puerto Rican, or however you would say that, and she gets a part for a leading lady role in a bilingual like Netflix. They use different one, but it's like the Netflix of that universe show, and it's like a big deal and everything. And her love interest in the movie and in the book is a novela actor. Now I know I said this. I don't like novelas. I have watched different dramas across a few different ethnicities, I guess you would say. I've watched American soap operas, Spanish novelas, and K-dramas. And I don't like. I went into much more detail. I'm pretty sure I did in the beginning part. Again, I don't know because I didn't read it or watch it, and I'm realizing I should have. But whatever. We're just gonna continue going. I prefer K-dramas, but I don't like novellas. And I had seen this book before when I was struggling with what am I going to read next for this series. And I realized it had a novella character in it, and I was like, no. The fact that it's a novella, I was like, nope, next one. Because I don't like novellas, and I didn't want to dive in that world at all. Then, as it got closer to September and National Hispanic Heritage Month, I was like, I want to read something. Not just for the series, but also for the representation of the month. And I decided that I still really wanted to read an adult book, and I didn't know what else to read, so I decided to just go with it. I was like, you know what? I'll just give it a try. I reread the blurb again, and I was like, you know what? This isn't about novellas. It's just the actor is a novella actor, so let's just give it a try. And I'm so glad because it has nothing besides him referencing stuff. And they definitely talk about how toxic the novella industry is and how it's not that great. So I was like, okay, I can go with this. I like this. And it was really, really beautiful. It was a really beautiful book. I definitely felt seen. The main character, um, Jasmine. The main character, Jasmine, I resonated with her so much. She uh, hasn't really been to the island very much. She is very much like American. She speaks English. She can understand Spanish to a certain degree, it seemed like. And her speaking it wasn't all that great, which was something they continuously went back to in the book, which I appreciated because she had to practice to say her lines. Her co-stars, there you go, word that I've been looking for. Her co-stars set up times after filming to go over lines with her to make sure she said things correctly, had the right indentations. I'm saying that word wrong. I hope you know what I mean. And I loved it because I felt seen again, as I've talked about before. I don't speak Spanish. I know a little bit. I can understand a little bit, but I couldn't hold a conversation with you, and I couldn't 100% understand what you're saying about me or to me. And I felt seen by that. I felt seen by an American Latinx character who is very American because they are American, but needing to branch into your heritage language and the struggle of that. And I greatly appreciated it. And I will say, for the first time, I really don't have anything bad to say. I don't have a reason to put like spoilers because I didn't like something I wanted to talk about in detail. I'm just going to say read it. Now, actually, I will say, not that I'm going to spoil anything, but it is an adult romance. And if you are not into reading sexy scenes in multiple definitions, I would go cautiously into this or do not read it. But if you're fine with a little spice of time, then read it. It's a great story. There is definitely some mental health rep in here. And I love it. It is not shy about hitting those points hard. It is not shy about, coming forward on these things. So yeah, I would say I would greatly recommend reading this. If you want to know about trigger warnings, I think I have so I have up my StoryGraph because I couldn't remember everything exactly. And as of this video publishing, I will have an official review on there as well with my own details on things. But obviously there's graphic sexual content, panic attack-ish disorders. I wouldn't say graphic, but they're there definitely. Stalking for sure, alcohol, mental illness, toxic relationship, definitely graphic. Racism to a moderate sense, death of a parent, grief, abandonment kind of feelings is like the generalness. And then they have on here as a minor one, infidelity, grief. I said grief already for moderate. Racial slurs, racism. Racial slurs, I don't remember if there was really, if there was, it didn't bother me that much, which I guess is minor. And injury, that someone doesn't get hurt. So there is a lot of that kind of stuff for like content warnings if you want to be aware of those. If you want more details on that, on the StoryGraph site, if you go and look up, and I'll have it linked also my to the book on StoryGraph. On the left hand side, there are the content warnings, and then also a community review, so you can see the moods and pace and things like that, which is something I love about StoryGraph over Goodreads. So yeah, so I recommend watching. I recommend looking in on that if you want a little bit more detail before you jump in. But besides that, the book was amazing. It was a surprise. I greatly loved it. There were definite moments where I was just like, yes, especially like a real kiss, because remember, in the book, they're the main character and love interest. But in the TV show that they're filming, they're also the main character and the love interest. So they definitely have to do some things as characters in their own story that's questionable. Not questionable, but that's like encouraging their own feelings as the characters in the book. But because of that, there's this wanting of like, I want real things. So like they kiss or they hold hands or something, but then later on they're kind of a little bit more standoffish or a little bit more further away, and you're just like, no, do it again, but for reals, kind of. Because I'm definitely that person that if I snag onto you as a couple, and I love you as a couple, I will be that like cheerleader, will be like, just kiss already. So, um, so yeah, I definitely had a few of those moments, and there's definitely like, I know some people don't like this, but I feel like it's a very classic trope in romance. There's definitely the whole miscommunication, not speaking to each other, understanding thing. There's definitely some of that that plays along. For this one, really think for the first time in a while, this one makes sense. And I can't say without spoiling because it's a really big thing. Especially towards the end of the book, it's a decently big plot line. But it's just cute. And I love it. And even the like tropes that should be cliche play very well in this book, and they make sense. And I mean, if it's still something that bothers you, it's gonna bother you. But maybe this will change your mind and show you that it makes sense in a particular setting. Like many tropes that people have issues with, if you actually do them well, then it's like, okay, here's my one exception book kind of thing. So yeah, that's really, I don't know what else to say without going into spoilers, but I don't need to go into spoilers. Besides the fact that I greatly love, she has a second book coming out called a lot like Adios, like goodbye, and it's definitely on my list to read. Her and a bunch of other Latinx authors in the romance industry came out with a book this Christmas called Amor Actually, or like Love Actually. And I haven't read it yet, but it's definitely on my list. And through this collab that they did, I definitely found a lot of other adult authors. They're all in romance, obviously, but adult authors that I'm super excited to read. So there's definitely going to be more content. I definitely think that this is going to be a once a year thing. So this was late, because I finished the book a while ago. Yeah, just a while ago. But I think what I'm gonna do is leading up to Hispanic Heritage Month, like maybe at the beginning of September, I'll start reading a Latinx Hispanic book, so that at least by the end of Hispanic Heritage Month, so like I think it's the 15th of October or somewhere in the middle of October, I can then have a video published. So I think this series is definitely going to become a yearly series, because I think that's really that's the amount of time I can dedicate to this. I truly love that I'm doing this, and I like to have this like expansion, but I need to be realistic with my time, energy. I have a hard time reading other things. So yeah, this will be a yearly thing. So you won't get another Latinx author character vlog review until Hispanic Heritage Month comes around. But if you want me to read something from a particular author, or there's a main character that is Hispanic Latinx in a book, leave the book down below. Leave a link to like a Goodreads or storytelling link down below, or just the name and the author of the book down below, and I will check them out and see if I can get them either through the library or if I can buy them. So yeah, because I'm interested. I predominantly read fantasy and have, as an adult, grown into reading romance, because I always like the little kissies in my books as a teen, and I've just embraced it more as an adult now because I get to read nicer things. And I definitely perused the mature ratings on like fan fiction and stuff. So yeah, so give me any of your recommendations. Again, I will say though, I don't like horror. I don't like thrillers really. So if it's a mystery, like suspense, but not like a horror thriller, just like a pure like mystery, as I may read it. I'm very particular about my mysteries because those are definitely mood reads for me. I really need to be in a mood to read a mystery, but I'm willing to look at it. So let me know down below. I can put it all on my list, but I definitely read fantasy, sci-fi, romance. I will take any of those recommendations, and I'm willing to read another young adult, as I just read this adult, and my other two were young adults. But I might just read another adult to round out the 2x2, and then I can start doing one after each other. Excuse me. But who knows? The author of Cemetery Boys, Aiden Thomas, is coming out with a mythology inspired by Aztec book that I'm really interested in. But he doesn't have a release date, and I don't think it's releasing this year. So, but yeah, let me know. I'm open to almost pretty much anything except for the things I did state. So leave your recommendations down below. And I'm always willing to take recommendations in other videos, or you can DM me something, or tag me in something, be like, hey, try this book. I'm always interested in that. But yeah, that's it for this review. And if you want to see more of that, hit the subscribe button. And if you really liked it, like the video. It doesn't do anything but help me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this chaos. I'm sorry it's late, but you don't come to my channel for this. It's chaos. You want to see the pure chaos, go to my channel and check out my vlogs, and you will witness the chaos of my life, of my story, because we were all storytellers and we like to read storytellers' work. So that's it for that. I will see you later in the year if this is all you watch of my content. Thank you so much for watching, and tell stories and prosper.